What I want to know is from you is can how can McLaren slow Ferrari down? And is four races, two of them sprints, included in that, enough for Ferrari to steal the constructors out from under the Woking based team?
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. It's on, and it's not just on. I think that Ferrari are the team in the ascendancy at the moment, and I wouldn't say they're the favourites because McLaren have got the points on the board, but they need 12 points per race weekend to catch and pass, which is what Lando Norris needs to catch and pass Max Verstappen. The difference is that Ferrari are the quickest car at the moment, and they've got two drivers that can do that, and um, one of them's not Max Verstappen, granted, but it's just a far more superior machine that they've got at the moment. They've got a car that looks like it's going to be probably the quickest, or at least on par with McLaren every race for the rest of the season. Potentially not Qatar. That's the only one because McLaren are supreme through fast corners, and Ferrari that's still their one weakness. So I think we're probably going to see McLaren looking like they're going to be that's going to be their chance. Qatar, I think they've got to try and get through Brazil and lose as little points as possible to Ferrari through that weekend, and then that's an absolute mainstay. They have to. Qatar they have to maximise for both championships. They have to maximise that, as I believe that's a sprint weekend as well. Qatar, I think, is it? I think it is. Yes. So it's absolutely crucial for them in that scenario. It's great seeing this battle. It's the first time these two teams have been fighting it out for the championship since 2008. Obviously, McLaren were excluded in 2007, and they weren't really in the constructors championship fight in other seasons as well. Ferrari obviously getting those five on the bounce early 2000s, but 1998 the last time Mika Hakkinen and David Coulthard leading McLaren to glory in 1998. So that was it's been a long time for a McLaren fan. So yes, it's definitely on, and I really hope that this drivers' championship fight isn't really a fight. It's more just like it's just a little scrap that's happening on your front doorstep. It doesn't really mean anything. I don't think it's going to lead to anything. And I just hope that this scrap they're having with Max Verstappen is not going to lead to them taking the after ball and dropping this constructors championship. It's great for the fans. It gives us a three-pronged attack to look at going into the if we're going into Abu Dhabi and we've got Ferrari trying to win the constructors championship off McLaren, but also Lando Norris trying to get the championship off Max Verstappen. All the permutations that involving having 5, 6 drivers all having crucial parts to play in what will be the eventual outcome. Sorry, 5 drivers having crucial parts to play in what will be the eventual outcome, and then obviously the Mercedes there watching on. Can they be fast? Can they get in the way as well? It's going to be a fascinating end to the season. I just wish it was a little bit closer in the Drivers' Championship, and then it would be like truly epic. Probably the best season in Formula One that certainly I've watched anyway. But yeah, it's in answer to your question, it is definitely on, and Lewis Hamilton is going to be sitting there in his Ferrari going, looking forward to this. Looks like I've made the right choice. So who knows? Lewis Hamilton, 2025 world champion, maybe, maybe not.